So in episode 1 with Arsenal, we had a look at the team, we created a tactic or two, and just generally felt our way around and then had a boring goalless 0-0 draw with Wolves. In today's episode, we go back to Crystal Palace for a game in the league. So here we are on the schedule screen. Let's have a look at how things have been since you were last with us, and they've been really good. We obviously had the 0-0 draw with Wolves when you was with us last. Since then, we've played Tottenham in the league at home and won 3-0. Always good to win a North London derby. Havertz with the first goal, Schmetz with the second, and Durin with the third. Can't really argue in terms of the stats. You know, we deserve to win the match. XG of 2.16, 7 shots on target compared to their 2. The opposition does tend to have slightly more possession than us, but we will work on that as time goes on. Then we followed that up with a 3-0 win against Liverpool, who are directly above us in the league. Havertz with the first and the last goal, and also assisting Saka for the second goal. Again, when you look at it, better in terms of shots on target, better for XG. We actually edged possession in that one as well. And then we had a 2-0 win at home to Reading. And again, look at the stats. Dominated the XG, more shots on target, easily dominated possession. Van Persie and Schmetz with the goal there. Both of their fullbacks or wing-backs getting the assists in that game as well. So the way it stands at the moment, we've had 4 games, 8 goals scored, none conceded. In terms of the league, we currently are in 7th, which is 1 place higher than when we started with Arsenal. We're 1 point behind Liverpool, 5 points behind Palace with a game in hand, 7 points behind Tottenham in the Champions League place. And we still are 10 points behind Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace is where we go to today. And in actual fact, their form has looked pretty decent as well. The last time we were there, I think it was a 2-2 draw against Southampton was the last game we had. I know we had the 4-0 defeat against Real Madrid. They lost 3-2 in the return leg against Real Madrid. But then they've beaten Nottingham Forest 4-0, Escalada with a penalty, Marek, Fernandes and Calvo with the goals. They then beat Brighton 3-1, Emerson Fernandes, John Solis and Antonius de Chesney. And they've beaten Bournemouth 2-1, Maric and Anderson Duarte. If we have a look at the tactic they're going for a 4-3-3 formation. And as you see, they're looking at having Makado up front instead of Piscini. I'm assuming that Mahara must be injured because... Oh no, he's down here because he's not on the tactic list, and I don't recall seeing him in their team sheet for the game against Bournemouth. We'll just have a bit of a look. No, he's not there. Was he on the bench? Nope. So maybe he's just come back from an injury or something like that. 3-1 win against Brighton. I mean, that's Brighton's team. On Crystal Palace's team. There you go. He was there. So maybe he got injured in that game. I don't know, but I'm sure he'll be playing against us today, and that's where we're going to start. So Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. They are out the Champions. They are through to the final of the FA Cup, by the way, where they play Manchester City. But anyway, back to us. It's about Arsenal now, not Palace. We've got Restes in goal, Parisi left back, Pataka right back, Diomande and Saliba in the middle of defence. Declan Rice coming back for his first game with us since we've been here. He's been out injured. Alongside Zaire Emery, Van Persie and Saka out wide with Havertz in behind Schmetz. Odegaard is on the bench along with the likes of Guehi and Nwaneri and Sango, players like that. I'm really nervous about this game because, don't get me wrong, this game isn't going to define whether we were right or wrong in terms of the move. But when you move clubs, you always want to pick up a win against your former team, don't you? So here's hoping. We've been in really good... Our defence has been rock solid. It really has been an awesome defence we seem to have. And Diomande is stepping up a bit now as well. Here's Zaire Emery with the corner. Puts the ball into the box. It's cleared as far as Saka. To Havertz and Kai Havertz. Oh, I don't know what happened to my voice then. His 21st goal of the season. He's been on fire. Kai Havertz. He's certainly a player we will have to keep here next season. He's been dynamite for us. Right, next highlight. Saka has the ball. He's running out on the right-hand side, brings it into Rice to Havertz, back to Zaire Emery to Rice to Diomande. Some of the passing we've been doing has been absolutely beautiful. There's Van, but look at that for a goal. Oh, it looks like it's going to be offside, but Look at the passing involved in that goal. Go on, ref, allow it. He has given it. He was feeling charitable. He knew that it deserved to be a goal. And this is what I've been watching in all of the 3 games we've played since we were last on camera. The passing has just been exquisite, and it's so amazing to watch. Saka now with the corner. He'll probably aim for Saliba. He has aimed for Saliba, and it's a goal. Second goal of the season. You've got to ask yourself the question, if that's only his second goal of the season, what have Arsenal been doing at corners to not be getting goals from William Saliba? Absolutely criminal. We're 3-0 up inside half an hour. Saka with 2 assists. Here's Diamande. Well, 5 minutes or so before half time. Can we get a 4th? We have blown Palace off the park here at Selhurst. We're passing it around nicely, just being patient. Saliba's going to go back to rest. There's for give him a touch of the ball. He probably hasn't had one yet. I need to not be cocky about it or arrogant, because they'll go and score now. And here's Havertz. He's through. Oh, what a strike! That was incredible. Kai Havertz. Oh, I wish he could do that for Arsenal in real life. What a strike. That was beautiful. Surely that's going to be in with goal of the month contender, surely. And we're 4-0 up at half time against Crystal Palace. I'm happy with the number of shots on target. Yeah, 2 right I am. Poor old Schmetz. Oh, God's sake, now Saka's going to got injured. Right, so we'll bring Nwaneri on. I mean, it's pretty much a... This is the problem I've got. How can I bring Mahara in when I can put Nwaneri out there? And I'm trying to find a reason to bring Kenta Mahara into my team. Is he actually playing for them? Yeah, he is. I mean, we've seen nothing of Crystal Palace from an attacking sense. Absolutely nothing. Here's Van Persie on the left-hand side. Schmetz to Rice. Puts it back in. Oh, bobbling about a bit. Schmetz. Oh, and he gets a goal. It's probably the most untidiest goal we're going to score in our lives. But 54 minutes on the clock. It's 5-0 to Arsenal. And I don't know what Palace are going to try and do to get back into this game, but this is their first attack that we've seen as a highlight. Mahara cuts inside, and there's Mahara saying to me, "This is why you need to sign me, Governor." They've hit us on the counter-attack. The first it's just typical, the first team that scores against us is Crystal Palace. Right, I think we're going to make some substitutions. I'm going to bring Declan Rice off because he doesn't really need to be on there. They're saying bring on Danilo, not Odegaard, but I'm going to go with Odegaard. And I think we bring on Calder in for Pataka because he's on a yellow card, so we do that. We've got one more substitution we can make, which we'll do in about 15-20 minutes time, I suppose. Here's Bitchiar. I hope this isn't going to be one of them goals where we end up winning like 5-3, something like that. I don't want to be conceding all these goals. I'm not going to get a clean sheet, but I don't want to concede goals. So Huri to Mahara. I mean, this is bringing back memories. Gets the ball into the box towards Marriage, but it's cleared. DeChesney picks it up. Gives it to Escalada. Out to Finley-Eyed. Into Ortega to Akers-Vatney. Oh, Mahara's through again, and Mahara's going to get his second. It's 5-2. I'm not happy now. We've got to do better defensively than this. They're coming again. What is going on? We've been rock solid defensively, and now we're just conceding for fun. I mean, Mahara is a wonder kid. He is an amazing player. But it's not just him that scored the goals. It's been the build-up play as well. Here's Durin. Puts it in towards Schmetz. Nwaneri's through. Ethan Nwaneri, it's 6-2. It's his 12th goal of the season, unless this Killjoy goes and disallows it, which he probably will, because we've already got 5 goals, so he's going to disallow this one. Go on, ref. You know you're going to. Oh, he's given it. Wow. I was adamant that was going to be a disallowed goal. Right, we're going to make some more substitutions. So Zai Emery can come off. Danilo can come on for him. And who else are we going to bring off? I think we're going to bring off Schmetz. Can Schmetz play out there? No, he can't. Is there anything else Schmetz can do other than be a striker? I mean, apparently he can play on the right. So Nwaneri can play on the left. Schmetz can go out on the right. Yeah, fair enough. He's very good out there by the looks of it. Van Persie can come off for Nzangu. I mean, I never thought we was going to be getting a scoreline like 6-2. I'll be completely honest about that. It's great for a goal difference. We've given the ball away. Zanelli to Ortega to Escalada to Zahuri. Solis is through. Oh, and he's put it wide. You probably would have wanted that to fall to Kenta Mahara for his hat-trick, really, wouldn't you? Well, Mahara has auditioned for us today, folks, and it's been a pretty decent audition, I have to say. 34-year-old or whatever it is, Bukayo Saka, or 21-year-old Kenta Mahara. Let me know in the comments who you think we should be signing. So there we are. We are currently 6th in the table now. We've gone above Liverpool. That is our game in hand that we were playing. Bukayo Saka is out for 3 weeks. Classy Havertz on form. And what we will do is I will play Newcastle and Sheffield Wednesday off camera, and we'll come back for the final game of the season against Ipswich. Right, so before we get into the game against Ipswich, and there's a lot on the line in this game, but we'll get to that in a moment, I just want to show you the amount of staff deals we've done. This has all been what we've done. And basically, I've ripped the heart out of Manchester City and Crystal Palace. So for Manchester City, we picked up a scout, James Sharman, 19 for player ability, 20 for player potential. Then we got Michael Collins also as a scout, 19 for ability, 18 for potential. Then we went to Crystal Palace. We got an under-21s physio, not really worried about that. Then we got a performance analyst, Piet Kremers, 17 on analysing data and tactical knowledge. Then we got Javier Garcia, goalkeeping coach. I mean, look at that. 17 for distribution, 16 for handling, 17 for stopping, 20 motivating, 20 people management, 17 determination. He could even be a scout if he wanted to and be better than some of the ones we've already got here. Absolutely amazing is Javier Garcia. Then back to Manchester City for David Fernandez, a scout, 18 for ability, 20 for potential. Then we scroll down again and we've got Adam Whiteside as a scout, 20 ability, 20 potential. And where are we? Where did we get to? Whiteside. Then we picked up Wim Hendricks as a sports scientist, 17 for sports science. And we've also got from Manchester City and under-18s physio as well. As a result of all that, our staffing is looking really decent. We're top of the table for all of the physio department. We're basically the best coaching team in the league, with the exception of goalkeeper shot stopping. But we could easily get top with that. And I think we're only one more decent scout away from being top of the scouting tree as well. And I have identified probably 2 scouts that we're going to get rid of and bring in replacements for them in the summer. But for now, I think we've done an amazing job at that. If we get to the fixtures for today, that's scouting. So we've got Ipswich Town. If we look at the Premier League, we are currently 5th in the Premier League. We've qualified for the Europa League, but 5th will probably be good enough for the Champions League. But if Chelsea lose today and they are away to Newcastle, who are 9th, if they lose today and we win, then we can jump above Chelsea and actually finish in the top 4 of the Premier League. We were 8th when we came in. We've had a really good end to the season. Ipswich, on the other hand, are currently sitting in 17th, 32 points. Bournemouth are on 31. Bournemouth are away to Leeds, who are 11th in the table. If Bournemouth draw and Ipswich lose, then Bournemouth will stay out of the relegation, or will come out of the relegation zone. Ipswich will go down. So basically, Ipswich, if they want to be certain of staying up, they need to beat us today. So there's a lot on the line in today's game, and let's get into it. So in terms of the team, we've got Restes in goal, Parisi at left back, Pataka at right back, Diamande and Saliba in the midfield, Rice and Diamande and Saliba in the centre of defence, Rice and Zaire Emery in the centre of midfield, Van Persie, Nwaneri out wide with Havertz in the middle and Schmetz in front of him. In terms of players not playing, Saka's probably the only surprise. He's still injured. He's out for 4 more days. Odegaard is on the bench along with Sangu and Bruce and Guehi. And yeah, let's get into the game. It's one we would like to win. We would expect to win. We are the better team. And obviously all eyes are going to be on Chelsea and Bournemouth. So let's get into the game. Ipswich have had 1 win in their last 5. So here's the table. I think what we will do actually is up here, instead of the momentum, we're going to have the latest scores, because I think we need to keep an eye on them latest scores as well. Right, Ipswich have the first corner of the game. We partially clear our lines, but they still have the ball. Oof. Over the bar. It's a goal kick. First opportunity to Ipswich. Hopefully that's not going to be the trend for this game. Nwaneri with the corner for us. Puts the ball in. It was Diamande he was aiming for, but it's gone over the bar. Saliba scored, I think it was in their last game, which is his 2nd goal since we've been here. Chelsea are 2-0 down. If we can win this, we look like we are going to jump into the top 4 of the Premier League, and that would be an amazing achievement. We've not really come close to overtaking Palace. There's 10 points difference when we got here. There's 7 points difference at the moment. Diamande with a free kick for us to Van Persie to Parisi, back to Diamande. Here's Schmetz. Oh, Van Persie's through. Oh my good God, how has he missed that? How did he miss? Newcastle were 3-0 up. Crystal Palace are beating Man City 1-0. I don't know if that's affecting the title race, but Man United are currently top. Here's Rice to Pataka. He's through. Oh, it's safe from the keeper. It's going to be a corner. I hope this isn't going to be one of those 0-0 draws where we have so many chances but just can't find the back of the net. It's cleared as far as Havertz, gives it back to Nwaneri, puts the ball in the box towards Van Persie, but it's over the bar. That Van Persie is annoying me. He's very wasteful. I mean, he's on a 6.3 at the moment, Van Persie. He knows he should have scored by now. Man City have equalised. Yes, if Man City don't win today, it looks like they're going to fall foul of Manchester United. So 0-0 at half time. I'm going to point the finger. I don't like what I saw from this team, because I don't. We need to take our chances. And Van Persie is on very thin ice. I think we might be the only 0-0 game in the Premier League at the moment. Here's Declan Rice to Pataka. I keep getting confused between him and Paqueta. Puts the ball in. Oh, we scored. Kai Havertz with the goal. Pataka's somehow getting the assist for that. The goalkeeper made a real fumble, but Kai Havertz with a goal. He must be around 25 goals for the season. Bournemouth are beating Leeds to Ipswich. If we look at the table, Ipswich are going down. Wow, that is... Ipswich need to get something from this game. Man City now 3-1 up against Crystal Palace, and Palace have got to play them in the FA Cup final as well. Right, let's make a substitution. I think we could take Van Persie off because he's not been particularly good. We'll bring on Alistair Bruce, and Zaire Emery has got a yellow card, so we don't want him getting suspended. So we'll bring on Danilo for him. I think I might have skewed my... Yeah, there you go. Let's sort that out. When I was looking at the table, I skewed the zoom element. I'm not happy with just one goal. I do want a second, at least, because it wouldn't be a good end to the season if we end up drawing with Ipswich. Right. Who else are we going to substitute? We bring Sango on for Schmetz, and Parisi can come off for Mark Guehi. And it's sort of petering out. Nwaneri with the free kick. It's headed away. Danilo picks it up. Gives it to Rice. Oh, I thought I'd gone in then. It rippled the net. I think it must have hit the top of the netting. And we've got one more substitution to make. I think we'll take Kai Havertz off for Martin Odegaard. Not that Havertz has had a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. He's scored our only goal of the game so far. But look at that XG, 2.11, dominating possession, more shots on target. It should have been a more comfortable win, but a win is a win. It's 3 points on the board for us. I'm very happy. Well, I'm happy. And yeah, we have finished 4th in the Premier League after coming in 8th position. We've had a really good run at the end of the season. Crystal Palace got thumped 5-1 by Manchester City after going 1-0 up. Man United tried their best. They only missed out on the league by 1 point. And Fulham have a good win as well, actually. So, yeah, Ipswich have survived. Bournemouth, I presume, yeah, they end up losing to Leeds. So, Ipswich have survived by the skin of their teeth. We have finished 4th in the Premier League. We will be playing Champions League football next season. The board has set the initial wage budgets. We'll have a look at that now. I don't imagine it's going to be any different to what it is at the moment. 7.2 million wage budget with 227 million in the transfer budget. Yeah, exactly as we thought it would be. Pataka can be told he's a good boy. Well done. Pat on the back. Rub your belly. Man City crowned champions. We've got 32 million for finishing 4th in the Premier League. We've paid out nearly 10 million. In terms of our finances, we're 90 million pound in the red. I'm confident if we're at Arsenal for 2 to 3 seasons, then we can turn that around no problem at all. The other thing that's worth looking at is the fact that we've qualified for the Champions League next season. The aim of this save is that we finish Premier League champion, or we win the Premier League, or we win the Champions League, or if it's not in England, say we've moved to Juventus in Italy, that we win Serie A. And next season, I don't think it will be, but next season could be the last season of the save. So I better get my thinking cap on what I do after this series finishes. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think the series should finish then, or do you think it should carry on? Do you think we try and see how dominant we can be at Arsenal? Maybe we go to clubs abroad, Germany, Italy, France, Spain, places like that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow for the transfer special.